Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read-through for Chainsaw Man Volume 9, so Chapter 71 through 79. I was told that reading the entirety of the volume in one go was the best experience, so I'm going to read all of Volume 9 here. Since we only have 2 more volumes after this until we reach the end of Part 1, from my knowledge, Part 1 was published in Shonen Jump, and then for part 2, they took a long break and then they started getting published in Jump Plus. So I might try to do the next 2 volumes all in one video as well. It depends on how long they are. I heard they're longer than this volume though, so I don't know. It depends. I'll try, and then if I'm like 5 chapters deep next week and it's been like an hour, maybe I'll be like, okay, we're splitting the last 2 volumes into 3 parts, or into 3 videos. You get what I mean. But either way, for this one, I'm gonna try, even if it's longer than usual, I'm gonna do all of this volume in one video. And I guess that's all there is to say, really. I'm a little nervous, a little worried, given that we've got Aki, and I think that's either his brother or his younger self. I think that might be his younger self on the volume cover, as well as Angel. A little bit nervous going into this, but we'll see. I feel like the read-through before last was better than last read-through. I feel like the combat and the fighting is oftentimes the least interesting part of Chainsaw Man compared to like the character stuff they get into, which is so weird to say. But there is still some interesting stuff going on with the sketchiness with Makina, people wanting to kill her, including Kishibe, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Let's start reading Volume 9, Chapter 71. And of course, as usual, I just have the volume cover up for you. You'll have to follow along on your own because, well, it's Shueisha, and they'd murder me and they'd pull a Boeing on me. So again, I hopefully it's okay that I joke about this stuff, because I joke about it every single time with a manga read-through where I'm like, it's Shueisha, they're going to tear out my toenails one by one. I say this stuff like every single week, and hopefully nobody gets mad. It's obviously a joke, a hyperbolic joke based on how doggedly they are about their copyright claims on YouTube usually. So that's why I can't show things from manga. Typically, manga producers are really, really serious about this most of the time. Alright, we have the frontispiece inside. 9, bath. We got our character stuff. Just going through it real quick. Okay, so this one, you know, our page 2 characters, you got Angel Devil, Future Devil, and Kishibe there. Oh, and that's all we have. That's all the character pages we get. Alright, Chapter 71, Bath. And we have a cover page for the chapter itself with Makima and Denji. And we have Denji waking up with Power and Meowie. Morning. Power kept screaming all through the night. I couldn't sleep. Good thing one of your arms stuck back on. You can still cook. That's the only good outcome. Neither arm reattached for Angel. Violence and Shark are dead. Okay, so Beam and Violence are actually dead. And Angel has no arms now. Kobani turned in her resignation. Even Power's constantly afraid of the Darkness Devil now. Yeah, and she is in fighting pose in her sleep, tearing up. Here we go again. Ugh, and she's digging into her mouth. Hey, Power, calm down. Yee, there's something in my mouth. 'Tis something in my mouth. Oh, and what's in her mouth is just, you know, naturally, darkness. Nope, nothing in there. You lie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. The Darkness Devil is watching me non-stop until I go back to hell. Oh, yeah, let's eat then. Okay. But poison. It's only veggies, don't barf. Makima's strong. I guess she's going on that trip even after what happened. And we cut to a flashback of Denji eating with Makima. Have you visited Hayakawa in the hospital? I was just there. He said he didn't want his hospital food, so I ate it. I'm impressed you can eat, only a day after having your head cut off. Hey, you gotta eat to live. And she picks the piece off of his mouth and eats it. Denji, should we just go ahead and take the trip with just the two of us? Hell yeah, I'll go. Oh, wait. I forgot. Power's in a bad way right now. She freaks out if I leave her home alone. And see, I'm starting to feel like... So I've said before, Makima's clearly sketchy, Makima's not good, but also the people who want to kill Chainsaw and are working with darkness are also clearly not good. The people who have been all over the world trying to capture or kill Denji to get the Chainsaw Heart, they're not good either. So it really does feel as if... Oh man, maybe saying good or evil's too simple. It feels like Makima has her own plans that she thinks are good, but she's doing some messed up stuff to get there. And it feels like the other people probably think they're in the right too. They probably think what they're doing, trying to kill Makima, is important. But, like, I don't think they're just straight up working with, say, the Gun Devil to exterminate humanity or some great evil thing. They probably also think that what they're doing is important and the right thing to do, but they're going about it with, very not good methods. Then again, some of them, maybe they can really be classified as evil in a sense, because really somebody like Reze is just doing the Soviet Union's bidding because she was forced into like a soldier program since she was a child, from what we know of how things work there. And the people that were people like Santa Claus or people like the guys that were hired by the US are probably in similar situations. But if I were to guess, I think from, again, way back when Makima had that scene with the Yakuza guys, it really feels like she wants to... It feels like she does want to stop the devils from going around killing people and devil hunters from being as necessary, but it feels like she's going about it by making things as, potentially dystopian and authoritarian as possible. Power's in a bad way right now. She freaks out if I leave her home alone. It's like she needs me, so you could always leave her at a public safety facility. And he's conflicted. So, why didn't you go with her? Says Aki, cutting back to the present. Why didn't I? I don't know. We see all their laundry hanging. And then Denji cleaning the dishes. Go check whether the darkness devil is by the front door. It's not there. I'm scared to go to the bathroom. Wait while I go. Sure, as long as you flush. And then, sorry, I'm just looking at the cleaning chart. And there's a couple powers up here. I was expecting her to not be up here whatsoever. This is untrustworthy. Denji? Yeah, what do you need this time? I'm scared to take a bath. Take a bath with me. Huh? He says. And then he does it. That's cold. And again, I love his posture here. You would think this would be like earlier Denji, this would be something that he would love. But at this point, his posture, he just looks so done with it all. He looks so defeated. Ah, behind me. I can feel the darkness devil behind me. Denji, behind me. He's there behind me. And Denji is just crestfallen. It's weird. This doesn't feel naughty at all. What's up with that? Naughty? I really wanted to go on that trip with Makima. I'm scared of naughty things. Come on, dress yourself. We'll sleep in 3-hour shifts. Call for me if power starts thrashing around, Sasaki. And then he's trying to sleep. Tenji, yeah? Please, don't hate me. Why would I hate you? 'Cause it's my fault you didn't get to go on your trip. Start apologizing for hitting me with a stolen car. I did no such thing. Fine, to make it up to you, I'll allow you to drink my blood. Yeah, nah, no thanks. But then you'll hate me. How does that make sense? She's just crying. All right, already, I'll drink it. Lucky me, whoopee. Okay then, here's my shoulder. Pochta? Makima told me naughty things feel better the more you know your partner. But even though I know power really well, it doesn't feel hot at all. It probably isn't that you should learn anything and everything there is to know. Same goes for all those assassins who came to kill me. If I'd known their circumstances, learned what kind of people they were, then I probably would have felt crappy when they died. There are some things you gotta know, and some things it's better to stay in the dark about. It's like when Kishibe didn't want to see Quan Chi being killed, where he's like, I don't want to see anything. He keeps the blindfold on. Or the same thing, I think Quan Chi herself said, ignorance is bliss, right? That was her that said that to either Denji or Kishibe, one of the two. Whatever's behind this door, I don't need to know. And we're seeing the dream he has. And then we end with washing Pochita. That is really, really good. I always love this Denji character stuff. It's really, really good. How he's changed over the course of the story. And we've gotten a lot into the City Mouse and Country Mouse stuff. That's something that, I've talked a lot about in these videos. But now we're also getting into this idea of ignorance is bliss. And, well, if I just don't know. Huh. There's a lot to think about here that I'll, again, probably need to think about further. Also, I am saying Quan Chi because I looked it up and it should be Quan Chi, so that's what I'm going with. But either way, let's go to 72. At least in Japanese, it's Quan Chi. In Chinese, I think the K should be a little bit close, like a little softer, a little closer to a G, but still kind of like a K, so it's still Quan Chi, but, it's very, very similar, basically the same thing. Chapter 72 is titled All Together. I'm going home to Hokkaido tomorrow. I'll be gone for about 2 days. I'll cook some meals before I go. Just heat them up in the microwave. Wait, you get to go to Hokkaido? No fair. I want to go. I want to go. I'm only visiting a grave. It's not for fun. Well, our trip got canceled, so I want to go somewhere. Plus, Powie's calmed down compared to before. I've calmed down. Who's going to take care of Meowie while no one's home? They both stop. And they leave Meowie with Kishibe. Thanks for agreeing to take the cat. What you want is a souvenir? Alcohol. And then they're on the Shinkansen. Oh, and they have train bento. 'Tis mine, all mine. Hey, one of those is mine. Quiet down. And then she's throwing up on the ferry. Oh man, she got barf on the deck too. Damn it. Yeah, look. Stop that right now. Yeah, kill him! And they're throwing snowballs. Then he visits the grave. Hayakawa family grave. Where'd they go? And they're eating. Hey, what are you eating? Grave offerings we stole from the crows. Bleh, and she throws up again. Well, it was rotten. 'Tis the power of the darkness devil. Ugh. Figures. And then we're crying. Wow. I guess probably still power. And then Aki notices something. Or maybe that's just his expression looking at them. We go to the ryokan. It's all vegetables. Worst inn ever. Put what you can't eat on my and Denji's trays. This, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. There's barely any left. This won't fill my belly. Youch! She just bites onto Denji's arm. Tis my arm. I've told you, ask for permission when you want to drink blood. And Aki is just going through it, man. We have him sleeping again. Aki just looking out the window at the snow. What's up with you? All lost in the view? Oh, shut up. Can't see crap with all this snow. Every year when I visit their grave, I'd remember nothing but bad things. It was depressing. But this time you guys were such pests that I didn't have time to get lost in that. You're welcome, Stenji. And again, I think that's really good character stuff too. How grief you can go through a lot, and not just grief, but depression, anything, but then it's kind of the daily things and the other people and other things in your life that don't really make the bad things go away, but you don't have as much time to sit and think about the bad things when you have all these other things. Aki, here's your pussycat. And they're back. Thank you. How was the grave visit? More exhausting than fighting devils. Not surprised. Denji and Power are a handful. Don't know how you were able to take them along. Their behavior shaped up some, as hard as it is to believe. Denji does as I say now, and Power stopped throwing vegetables. Captain Kishibe. The upcoming expedition to eliminate the Gun Devil. I kind of somewhat forgot about that. I didn't. I knew we were about to go into Gun Devil stuff, but I forgot they literally said, yeah, we're about to go into Gun Devil stuff. Can Division 4 withdraw from it? Now I'm surprised. I thought you'd be the most eager for this operation out of everyone in public safety. The spots that belong to the agents killed by Santa will be filled by others. I'm aware of that, sir. Division 4 won't be fighting alone. Public safety's best teams will be coming together for this. We should be able to fight even the Gun Devil on equal footing. And then, nothing from Aki. The Gun Devil's location is classified information. You pull out, and you close yourself off from getting access to it. Even if the Gun Devil gets taken out, that information will be kept under a tight lid. It'll be years before you'll know whether the Gun Devil that killed your family's dead. Do you still want to back out? I'm willing to accept that. And Kishibe takes a sip of his drink. I'll inform the higher-ups of Division 4's intention to stay out of it. It's an experimental unit anyway, more of a joke. I doubt they were expecting much. In exchange, you can get our bill. I always get our bill. Aki, why the change of heart? He thinks about Denji and Power back in hell. I got cold feet. Seems like you've gone and gotten a lot saner too. I'm home. Meowie! Meow, 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 meow. Hey, dude, I cooked some super good grub. I helped too. And then he sees the sloppy food. What is it? That stir-fry thing with bean sprouts and sausage and egg and soy sauce. What's this purple-looking thing? No clue. You don't know? It's probably some secret ingredient Power put in. We worked our butts off making that just for you. Better clean your plate. And he eats. Alright. How is it? It's... And then he throws up. 'Tis a complete catastrophe. Now we've all barfed. And then we end with this exercise, or not really exercising, hanging from the train hand thingies pochta. Okay then. 72 done. Again, some really, really incredible character work here. And I take it as, you know, Aki still wants revenge, but now he's starting to get other things in his life other than revenge. But we'll still have to see where things go. They say they intend to stay out of it. I don't think they're going to be allowed to stay out of it. I think we really are maybe going to go into Gun Devil stuff. Because now that we've seen Hell and stuff, Gun Devil feels a little bit less like Endgame. But it could still be Endgame. They could go after the Gun Devil here. The Gun Devil did some crazy things all over the entire planet. So the Gun Devil could just completely demolish them and move on. Huh. So for me, I'm thinking the Gun Devil is either going to be a person that's like Denji or Quan Chi or the samurai guy where they have powers, or Reize, where they have powers and they look kind of like, remember the anime? I never actually watched it, but I saw the trailers, like No Gun's Life or something. He's gonna look like that guy. Either something like that, or I think I've said before that I would love if it looked like the horse thing from the anime's Ending 5. Because that would make so much sense, and that's such a good visual of just this horse gun hand devil creature with all the gore and stuff hanging out of it, going all around the planet, like reaping destruction, and leaving behind parts of its flesh, like, as it goes along. But yeah, either way, let's go to 73. Chapter 73, Everyday Life No More. And we have Aki on a beach, maybe? We have all three of them, and Meowie. Power, you stopped screaming last night. Well, looking back on it, I may have defeated the Darkness Devil in Hell. Oh yeah? Totally. She smiles. I'll be returning to work tomorrow. Can you handle looking after Power on your own? Yeah, we'll probably be fine. We'll be perfectly fine. That's good then. The phone rings. The three of them go in to Makima's office. The three of you look well, I'm glad. Sorry to call you in out of the blue. Excuse me, but what is this? But what is this concerning? I heard from Captain Kishibe. Hayakawa, as you requested, Division 4 can withdraw from the expedition to eliminate the Gun Devil. It's not a problem. But Denji and Power will be going on the operation. Wait, what do you mean? Denji and Power are under my supervision. I'd like to show more people their capabilities to legitimize Division 4. I'm having them temporarily join Devil Extermination Division 7 to carry out the operation. And again, he did this probably to try to protect them. So now, again, she might, knowing Makima, she might even be using this to leverage Aki back into it. Operation members need to be briefed on related classified material. Hayakawa, if you'll be sitting it out, I'll have to ask you to leave. I'll do it, says Denji off screen. I've got plans of my own. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm going to. Denji's my buddy, after all. Miss Makima, I'm sorry. May I join the operation too? Great. Of course you may. Denji and Power will need a guardian with them. No need to worry. Denji doesn't die, and Power's quite sturdy herself. You just worry about yourself. And again, it really feels like she is playing all of this. Now that all three of you are on the operation, I'll tell you what we know regarding the Gun Devil's current status. The information I'm about to disclose can't leave this room. As of now, the Gun Devil's already been defeated and confined. What? Huh? No way. So I wonder then, they've confined it but not been able to kill it. When the Soviet army sighted the Gun Devil for the first time, it had already been taken down by someone else and was in an unconscious state. Currently, 20% of the Gun Devil's bodies possessed by America, 28% by the Soviets, 11% by China. Alright? And 4% by other countries. The remaining 37% is held by devils around the world as flesh pieces. No way. That's not possible. And this is like both a crazy reveal and also makes complete and total sense. Like, this actually makes a lot more sense than the Gun Devil just hiding out somewhere. This makes everything we've seen so far make more sense. So the majority was flesh pieces, though. Okay, so, man, 20%. But it would make sense that other countries have probably been wiping out devils that have flesh pieces and collecting those little flesh pieces. So part of that 4% is probably what Japan already has. But again, all they've been collecting, and it's only like less than 4%. Okay, so I wonder then if the operation is... Because we know that from way earlier in the series, they were plotting and using Division 4 as kind of an idea of Japan to use like devil users in a military sense, and saying, oh, the Soviets and America are probably already doing this stuff. So I wonder if this is now actually getting into that, and this is going to be more of a covert military operation. No way. That's not possible. What about the guns that killed Himeno, Kurosei, and all the others? Those were made by man. But the manufacture of guns is strictly controlled in every country by international law. Officially, yes, but in reality, in every country, the government circulates guns manufactured in secret. Though it seems the people trafficking the guns are claiming they obtained them in contracts with the Gun Devil to cover up the unseemly truth. That sounds like a conspiracy theory. So that would mean that the guys that Samurai and Snake, what was Snake's name? Sawatari? Something like that? They said that they got their guns from the Gun Devil. So I wonder then if they're working, or they were working at least, for some sort of government, or maybe just some kind of like black market underground group instead of the actual Gun Devil, because it seems like the actual Gun Devil might not actually be conscious making deals with people, unless it is conscious making deals with all these different governments. And maybe the Gun Devil is playing like the US, the Soviet Union, all these governments behind the scenes. Does it? All sorts of governments funneled arms to areas in conflict even before the Gun Devil. But then the fear of guns will only keep rising, as it should. The more the world fears the Gun Devil, the stronger the Gun Devil will grow. Then the nations in possession of more of the Gun Devil's body will have the upper hand against other nations. Wait, so then, an expedition to eliminate the Gun Devil, does that mean... Yes. I'm sure it will be a kind of war. Alright. And then we have all of their reactions afterward. Why so down, Top Knot? It's just go, kill, go home, right? What, are you scared? Even if we managed to beat the Gun Devil, the body would probably be collected by public safety and kept by the government. So yeah, he's realizing he can't get his revenge now. Like, say they steal the 28%, and again, they're probably not keeping it all in one place, because that would probably be dangerous and a bad idea. But say somehow they miraculously steal all of, the Soviet Union's 28%. Then what? Like, they're not gonna get him his revenge. They're not gonna kill the Gun Devil. And again, Makima said, oh, Denji, you'll have this if you kill the Gun Devil. Denji's not gonna get to kill the Gun Devil either, because all Japan would do is say, now we have 28%. So yeah, we aren't going on a mission to kill the Gun Devil. We're going on a mission to take the Gun Devil from another country for Japan's possession. What's that mean? It means the Gun Devil can never be killed. The Gun Devil will live forever, always being used by one group or another. And it's interesting, too, using the Gun Devil as a fictional fantasy analog for, guns and military-industrial complex to begin with. Because, much like Makima said, even in a world without devils and stuff, like countries around the world want to build and manufacture big weapons and have wars going on in other parts of the world to increase their own armaments and military power. So, again, this is just a expanded fictionalized version where we have literally the Gun Devil and its flesh and the fear of it and the guns that it can maybe create, from what we may or may not know, are things that the governments of the world are just going to want to continue to use in perpetuity. Wait, what? Nah, man, that can't be right. I mean, I made a promise with Makima, he thinks. She told me she'd grant me any one wish if I kill the Gun Devil. Ugh, his eye hurts. Hey, what's wrong? Then he freezes up. I wonder what he saw. Now we have the two of them sleeping. Future Devil, show yourself. I come out when you say the future rules. Don't be ridiculous. Hee 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 hee. What was that you showed me this afternoon? What? That was a future soon to come. A future absolutely unavoidable. You in power will be slaughtered by Denji. After that, the devil that devils fear most shall appear. Ah, the chainsaw. Man. And again, we have poached on the end card. So I wonder, you in power will be slaughtered by Denji, and the devil devils fear most. Seems like it would probably be Chainsaw because of what we know about everything so far in hell, and even the primordial fears want the Chainsaw's heart. Okay, there's a lot to think about, but we gotta keep reading. I don't really have too much to go on, especially when we still got 6 more chapters to read. So let's go to 74. 74 is titled, What the Waves Say. We have West Okubo Daira City Hospital. And he's visiting Angel. I see. You and the Blood Fiend will be killed by Chainsaw, and the future can't be changed. I feel like in any series, the future always ends up as something that can be changed in some way, though. So, what do you want me to do about it? You asking me to stop it from happening when I don't even have hands? No, I'm here to talk about after my death. After your death. A public safety devil hunter who's lost both arms will be pushed into retirement. But you're a devil, Worst case scenario, you'll be put down. If it comes to that, give them this envelope. Can't hurt to try. What is it? A letter of recommendation from me and Master Kishibe. You might be able to stay alive by making a contract with public safety, like Fox and the Future Devil. Well, aren't you nice? My nurse told me that Aki Hayakawa is public safety's #1 devil hater. Looks like you're much different than the rumors say. He stands up. I'm leaving to see the Gun Devil tomorrow. This may be the last time we ever meet. Bye. Wait. Sometimes the humans my power killed and turned into weapons show up in my dreams and blame me for doing it. If I just let you die, I have this feeling you'll start haunting my dreams too. I also want to do everything I can to help you stay alive. We should bring this to Makima together. She might know a way to avoid your death. Again, Makima's probably the least trustworthy. Maybe she doesn't want this future because this future would make Chainsaw Denji more difficult to control, because maybe she needs Denji, and much like she needed power in Denji to serve as a leash to Aki to make Aki do what she wants even more, she might think that she needs Aki in power to keep Denji on his leash and keep him doing what she wants. So Makima might be against this future, or Makima might be looking to use this future to her advantage. So I don't know. I actually think it might be worth a try though, because I feel like, again, like my read on Makima so far, I think that she would be against this future. Just because this future doesn't sound good for her controlling Denji. And I think that she, whether it's for the sake of Japan or whether for the sake of herself and trying to get more power for herself within Japan, I think that she knows that having Chainsaw is an important bargaining piece. Like whether it's with other countries or whether it's with the devils. I'm thirsty. Give me water. I'm so tired. I wonder what Makima's doing at the one arm between the two of them. I wonder what Makima's doing at the beach the day before a big operation. Couldn't say. It always seems like she's either thinking about nothing or thinking about something awful. I do know one way you won't be killed by Chainsaw. What's that? Quit public safety and run far, far away. If Chainsaw comes after you, all you need to do is run to the opposite side of the world. If you still have both legs, you can still run away, can't you? Yeah, totally. I'm not joking. I'm serious. You aren't like me. You could go anywhere. Could be nice to have a normal job, live like a human being. No, I'll pass. Denji and Power are here, and Makima too. Makima? Oh, you like her, right. Pretty much. Why'd you fall for her? Why? Huh. And he thinks for a moment as they see her at the beach. She waves and he waves back. Why was it? Miss Makima, what were you doing out here? Tomorrow's the big day. Waiting. Shouldn't be long now, I thought. For us? No, not for you. Why are you two here? I spoke with the Future Devil and I found out that my time is near. And she looks at him. Whatever happens, I want Denji and Power to survive and be happy. My brother's death was my fault, and he starts to cry. I want the strength to change things this time. An angel looks up at him. Miss Makima? I'll make any contract with any devil. And he's serious. Angel looks down. Hayakawa, in that case, will you make a contract with me? If you give me all of you, I'll give you strength. What? What are you talking about? Hayakawa, this is an order. Say you'll make a contract. And again, we know that the fiends and devils have always been weird around her. At first, I didn't know if this was just her being a really serious, sketchy human, or if this is confirmation that she's a devil. But either way, we now see Angel. This place is, I remember, it's the place where I first was. Why? Why is it that, until now, I'd forgotten the past? The person who taught me to speak, the person who built me a house, the person who taught me to dive into the sea. the faces of all the people who were kind to me, a devil, and also the one I loved, the one who loved me. Why had I forgotten? I could never forget what Makima did to me. And we have Makima strolling up on the beach to where Angel is. Hello over there. Who are you? Say, show me your power. No way. My power brings death. Show me your power. That's an order. Huh? Why is it nighttime now? You have a good power. And they're all dead from being touched by Angel. And we see in the same way, snapping back to the present, Aki going into the same kind of trance. I'll make a contract. And Angel looks horrified. And we have Angel Pochta at the end. Man. Again, I was nervous going into this, and I'm even more nervous now. This is like, God, this is heartbreaking. Because I really, truly don't trust Makima. And Angel and Aki are like, things aren't looking great. Things are not looking great right this moment. Because if Angel tries to stop it, I think Angel gets killed. And I don't know what sort of contract he makes. If this contract, he still dies, but maybe he's able to stop whatever future is going to happen to Denji in exchange for dying. Or if, no matter if he makes this, or if he survives, if he makes this contract because it gives him the strength, but him surviving is, maybe it's not good. Maybe it would have been better for him to have just died. Maybe making a deal with the devil was not a good way to go, it turns out. You know, shocker. Okay, let's go to 75. We're still only like less than halfway through, I think. We have chapter 75, 9.12. Oh, and is 9.12... is that the amount that the Gun Devil killed? I don't remember. 9.12 million? Or is this going to be 9.12, like maybe there's some sort of earthquake or something? But we'll see. Makima! Makima! Oh dear, Angel. Did you remember? Usage 10 years. And Angel pulls out the sword. Yeah, not good for Angel. And puts the sword to Makima's throat. Down. And he just falls onto the ground. I'm impressed you managed to break free of my power. You. What are you? What are you planning? Angel, say that you'll give me all of you. I give you all of me. And it's crazy. You would think that she would need some sort of in first. That you would... because it seems like she's just giving them orders and they're immediately forced to comply with whatever her orders are. But it feels like there should be some kind of drawback. There should be some kind of requirement. But maybe we don't know what the requirement is. Maybe it's just that they have to... maybe they have to say her name, and they've been doing it. Maybe they have to view her as an authority figure, and they see her as, like, boss in the public safety division. Maybe they have to fear her. But it seems like there should be some sort of trigger. She shouldn't just be able to, like, have this much power over them without some sort of drawback. But I think there probably is. We just don't know it yet. We don't know how to avoid this power yet. Good boy. And she walks into the water. Sorry, you two. I really had no other choice. Japan is full of spies, more than any other nation in the world. The operation to take out the Gun Devil's already been exposed. It was rather meaningless, even as a bluff. In the end, things have taken the course that will cause the greatest damage. That's unfortunate. And we see the U.S. It seems the time has come. If we don't kill Makima now, the worst possible peace will descend upon humanity. So again, the U.S. wants to kill Makima, and they know Makima specifically by name. And this, I think this is set in 97, right? So is this literally Clinton? Clinton screen time in Chainsaw Man? So the U.S. knows Makima by name, so she isn't a secret. Like, she isn't a secret. The fact that she is important isn't a secret. And the worst possible peace, like I've been saying, I think that she does want to stop the devils from killing people, or stop this bad thing, but she wants to do it through, like, dystopian levels of, like, you know, modern day China, but 1,000 times worse. Like, dystopian, like, controlling the every thoughts and actions of everybody. So that's, I think, what they mean by the worst possible peace. It'll be peace, but Makima will strip all freedom to make that peace. It looks like other nations have already given up. No, it's probably more accurate to say they've accepted it. Fearing and strengthening Makima is nothing less than the history of humanity. Okay, wow, that's... So the history of humanity... Makima is like a history of humanity level threat? And of course, fearing Makima makes Makima stronger, which is why I thought that maybe that's one of the conditions to be controlled by Makima, like these two are, is that if you fear Makima, if she is a devil, of course, then that fear makes her strong enough to control you. But the land of the free rests on my shoulders. My citizens, everything, even resistance, may be a step on a predictable course. I simply cannot surrender without so much as a whimper. Forgive my foolish decision. Okay, yeah, sorry. That was 3 panels. But I get it. Yeah. Alright. And then we have people walking in some large city. Don't know, maybe Times Square if we're still in America. Gun Devil, I'll give you 1 year of the lifespans of the American people. The most American contract. In exchange, I want you to kill Makima. That is the Control Devil. Okay, so we have confirmation that either she is the Control Devil, much like Angel Devil somehow still kept himself as a devil. Then again, I guess we've seen others do that. The Leech Devil, the Bat Devil. So either she is the Control Devil, or she is the host of the Control Devil. One of the two. But it's easy to believe that she is the Control Devil. So I wonder then, I would think that she isn't contracted with any other devils. I would think that the powers she did at the beginning when she crushed those people are... She probably... Again, you can't have any sort of power without something in exchange. Like, Denji at least needs to drink blood to work his chainsaws and everything. So she probably uses people as sacrifices to kill those other people earlier on. Plus, she can control people, and her ability to control people probably comes from, again, worming her way into their life to begin with. Or, well, I guess she wasn't already in Angel's life to begin with when she first controlled Angel. But again, there's probably something behind it, because if not, there's no way any character can ever deal with her in any way. She could just say, hey, stop that, and they would stop it. So again, there has to be some drawback that the characters have to figure out. But then again, do the characters have to figure it out? Because is Makima even going to be seen as a bad guy by, like, Denji and co? Because once again, it felt like with the fight with Santa Claus and Quan Chi, we knew that Santa Claus and Quan Chi had done bad things, but especially Santa Claus had done some really bad things. But despite that, they were also trying to do something good by stealing the chainsaw to offer to Darkness to take out Makima. They still had some sort of noble goal, even if they were doing evil stuff to get there. But we're entering into another issue like that, where the characters we've been following are kind of protecting the bad guy. Like Aki, Denji, they're going to be protecting Makima, who is arguably the bad guy, whereas the Gun Devil, who is also really evil, killed a bunch of innocent people, is going to be the one coming after Makima, who is, again, potentially humanity-level bad guy. Come. And she reaches out her hand, and we see this cross imagery. Again, because, and like in the water, like maybe almost baptism imagery, she has an angel by her side. We have this, and also, she's always wearing the suit, she's always in control of government organizations. So we're seeing, like, religious, governmental things, all shown through Makima, weaving her way through controlling people and having that imagery used to represent her control. And we see a choir singing. Okay. And then belts of bullets start descending from the sky by that church. But the US has 20% of the Gun Devil, so you can communicate with, you can talk to and make contracts with only 20% of a devil, apparently. September 12th, 1997, at 3:18:21 p.m., the Gun Devil hits the city of Nikaho and Akita Prefecture, Japan, from off the coast for 12 seconds. The following is the Gun Devil's recorded behavior. Immediately upon appearance, ability activation. And everybody in the church starts getting blown away. Ability to fire a bullet through the head of every adult male within approximately 1,000 meters of the Gun Devil confirmed. Ability to fire a bullet through the head of every child ages 0 through 12 within approximately 1,500 meters of the Gun Devil confirmed. So I guess it has to do with the strength of the victim, potentially, where for children there's a larger range. Deaths: Aizawa Yuki, Aida Kohei, Aiba Mahiro, Aihara Nanami, Aoyuma. And I wonder if any of these names, are like fun references from the author or anything. Aoyuma, Aoikazuma, Akutsushiho, Asai Yusuke, Asakura Daiki, Azuma Sanai, Azuma Shoji, Amano Megami, Amano Norimichi, Awata Ryuji, Ando Shota, Ishida Haru, Ichikawa Shogo, Inoue Hiroki, Imaizumi Akihiko, Ueda Yuka, Ueno Shunsuke, Uehara Haruka, Uematsu Akio, Uzaki Yoko, Ushizawa Teruyuki, Usui Yosuke, Uchida Kaori, Uchida Shiori, Uchiyama Akira, Umemiya Ryohei, Urabe Takako, Eguchi Yuka, Eramura Kyoko, Enomoto Satami, Enchi Hiroyuki, Oi Ryohei, Ohashi Yoshio, Ohashi Kayo, Ohashi Fumie, Ohashi Mirai, Obayashi Kakeru, Okazaki Masafumi, Ogata Yuko, Ogata Momo, Ogiwara Toshiko, Oguro Kanai, Oshibe Junichi, Odaka Keiko, Onobe Makoto, Onobe Takahiro, Onobe Junko, Onda Shoya, Kai Junichi, Kato Ryona, Kato Eiko, Kato Sakura, Kame Ryo, Kawashima Brian, Kawabe Tomomi, Kawabe Kazuhiro, Kanzaki Toshio, Kikuchi Mami, Kiguchi Tomoki, Kitahara Teru, Kinoshita Shiota, Kinoshita Risa, Kitamura Takeki, Kirishima Ryota, Kirishima Eiko, Kujo Koishi, Kuro Hiroki, Kubo Noriko, Kubo Ryoka, Kubo Shota, and Kubota Akiko. Oh no, never mind, I'm not reading every name, sorry. I thought it would just be the one page, so I was like, it's fine, I can read all of them. But no, we have more of them. And we see the Gun Devil itself, or at least 20% of the Gun Devil. If they could capture, like, this might be a dangerous play on the US's part. Because if Japan can capture 20% of the Gun Devil, and the US is left with none of it, despite the Soviet Union having a bunch of it, that might be bad news. But an interesting design we have here. Sorry, I've been taking this in the whole time. Okay. Alright. Because one of the reasons I was going through all the names too is I didn't know if any of it would be important in the future. And we just have more names listed off as we go through. And we have all of these human heads within the body of the Gun Devil. And it's interesting how all of the devils kind of have a similar head shape. And that's where we end with Gun Pochta. We have Gun Pochta. Sorry if I wasted your time listing off the names. I just didn't think that, I just thought that, I didn't know if any would be important or anything. Yeah, if so, sorry, I'm just skimming through them really quick. I don't think, because I think they would stick out if any were important. I just didn't know if they would like slip in maybe a character we knew or something. But maybe they did and I missed it. If so, let me know. But yeah, that's it for 75, and we're over halfway through now with the volume. So let's go to 76. And here's the thing too. I don't know. So Aki wants revenge. Aki wants to kill the Gun Devil. But I don't, like, since it's 20%, can you kill it? Or, like, with the flesh that they've been collecting, is it just what it is? There's no, I mean, how do you kill it anyway? Where's the core? We know that these different countries have different amounts, but where's the actual core, the actual main Gun Devil? If this is the core, if the US had 20%, but they had the core, they had the main heart, they had the heart of the Gun Devil, because it seems like the heart is what you have to kill. Then, if they kill the heart of the Gun Devil here, is there a chance? Like, could they screw over all these countries' plans? All these countries want to use the Gun Devil to wage war forever and, you know, empower themselves against other countries. But if Aki or Denji just kill it here, does that render all of the flesh left behind useless? I mean, if it's killed here, it should logically return to hell. But I don't know if any of its flesh could still work, even if it's in hell, because the Darkness Devil's flesh worked. Or if it can bring flesh from hell to the real world. That's all questionable. Because again, we've been told at least that the Gun Devil is extremely powerful, but it's not as powerful as something like Darkness. Either way, been talking a lot. Let's go to 76. We can talk more as we go through it. Chapter 76, don't open it. Mom, I'm gonna go play soccer. I want you home before dark, okay? Okay. Oh, hang on, kiddo. Use this to buy a soft drink with your friends. Awesome! And then, 3:18:22. The Gun Devil advances toward Makima. And again, deaths, we just have a massive list of names. And I love the way of doing this. Again, I wonder if the author is just going through a phone book, or if they're just naming everybody they know, if they're like shout outs to people. Like, there's probably some snuck in there by the mangaka. But I love the way that it's presented as like this historical document almost, and the way the names are listed almost reverently for all the people lost. 3:18:23, and again it moves so insanely quickly and it destroys literally everything in its, like, it's not just shooting guns, it's destroying everything in its wake. 3:18:23, Makima sights the Gun Devil at a distance of 500 kilometers, so she can see a massive way away. We have more deaths and more deaths and more deaths, even more as we see the destruction. And I love this panel of it just moving past, too fast to even comprehend, and then stuff being destroyed later. 3:18:24. The Gun Devil's ability activation, ability to fire a bullet through the heart of every living thing born in the months of January, February, March, May, June, August. Damn, people in April are lucky. September, November, December, within approximately 1 kilometer. Confirmed. Or maybe everybody was shot through the heart. Everybody was shot through the heart, and they went through all of these victims and found when they were all born, and they're just the months that they can confirm. None of the people that were killed here were from April or October, for example, or July isn't there either. So that's why they're like, we can't confirm that the Gun Devil has the ability to do this. And we see the bullets going through all the random people's hearts. 3:18:25. The Gun Devil stops. And it's massive. I don't know why I was expecting it to be generally the size of the others. I was not expecting it to be just a skyscraper, essentially. And it just begins firing. Gun Devil ability activation. Gunfire towards Makima begins. Death Abe Ame, Abe Kiko, Abe Kei, Abe Keiko, and Abe Keigo. Probably the people sightseeing there. And then Ueda Yo, Uno Yu, Kikuchi Koichi, and Masamura Shunsuke. I didn't know if that would be anybody we knew since it's firing at Makima. 3:18:26. Makima prepares for ability activation. Okay, so she is again, this is all just happening in fractions of seconds. And she has chains going through Angel and Aki. And then Death's Aibe Tomo, Abe Mei, Hasabe Nanao, Hasabe Hiroki, Hayakawa Aki. Okay, so Hayakawa Aki is listed in Death's Saito Suguru, Saito Tomoaki, Fujita Shu, Fujita Ryo, Morita Dan, Hori Misato, Manabe Yo, Manabe Yota, Yabe Michi, Yabe Meme, Yoshida Toshi, Yoshida Yudai, Waizumi Taki, Waizumi Nishiko, Wadahisa, Wadanao, Wadayuki, Wadayuko. Makima's 29th recorded death. So she's been recorded dead 29 times. Again, as a human level threat. So again, maybe this body is just one incarnation. And then, again with the Chainsaw Man artistry, a bit of brain matter comes out and forms into a halo above her. 3:18:27. I wonder if she can use the abilities of those she's controlling. Maybe she's taking something of Angel Devil's abilities. And we have more deaths. I don't think there's anybody we know. Yeah. Makima, ability activation. And it forms over Gun Devil. And the chains, use of the following abilities. Yutaro Kurosei and Michi Kotendo's Anti-Mortem Devil Contract, Punishment Devil. Or Akane Sawatari's Anti-Mortem Devil Contract. Okay, so Sawatari is one of the ones there. Yeah, on the left. Snake Devil. Aki Hayakawa's Anti-Mortem Devil Contract. Future Devil. And then Angel Devil and Spider Devil. So is this confirmation? Aki is just dead, and it was not some big dramatic thing. Just, oh yeah, he just died. And then 3:18:28. And we have this mass of humanity with weapons coming from the halo above the Gun Devil. And we cut away to the doorbell ringing. Ah, hey, he's finally home, says Denji. Denji, don't open it. And he's at the door. Is this what the Future Devil was warning about? And the doorbell keeps ringing. But he's stopped. He's frozen. We have the chain attached to Pochita. Okay, we're getting into some real crazy stuff. But because we left it a place, I think what Makima is doing is specifically being left vague at the moment. It's being mysterious because being mysterious is scarier. It's not something we're supposed to understand at the moment. Same with Denji about to open the door. We're not supposed to understand it right this second, so I don't think I can make too much sense of it without continuing. So let's go to 77. Chapter 77, Ring Ring Ring. And then Denji's still at the door. What's going on? I'm trying to sleep. And the phone's ringing at the same time. Oh, the phone. Gotta answer the phone. The doorbell's ringing. Aren't you gonna answer the door? Oh, yeah, I know. Just give me a minute. Don't open the door. Why not? And then he answers the phone. Who is it? Miss Makima? Denji, have you seen the news? No, I just woke up. I'll give you the short version. The Gun Devil appeared without warning. We failed to defeat it. It took over a dead body and got away. Oh, it took over a dead body. So is it becoming the 20% that escaped? or whatever that the US sent took over a body, so it's become something like Denji. It took over a dead body and got away. That gun fiend. Or actually, I guess it's not like Denji then. It's weird, then how do you make something like Denji? Because that was kind of taking over a dead body. But no, it just became a fiend. Because that's also how fiends are made. That gun fiend is now ringing your doorbell. And then... Come on, that's not funny. Why would the stupid gun show up at my front door? Miss Makima? Well, hey, you can count on me. Lucky he came to us instead of the other way around, huh? Saves on travel fare. Denji, this time, don't think about anything while you fight. Oh, and she orders him. He puts the phone down. Hey, why can't we open the door? Oh, right. Makima says it's a gun fiend at our door, I guess. What? You're talking nonsense. No, really, Makima said so. You're such a fool. Top Knot still hasn't come home, remember? He's the one ringing the doorbell. And Denji seems terrified. Hey, I thought he was going to be... Maybe her ability doesn't work on Denji as well? And that's why she's manipulating him through more, like, traditional means? Because I thought because she ordered him, he was... Oh, well, I guess she ordered him to fight without thinking. She didn't order him to open the door. I thought he was going to open the door and start fighting because of it. But no, never mind. Hey, that's you, right, Aki? And there's nothing there. We just see the silent images of their home. Power, take Meowie and leave from the balcony. What? Why? Power. Come on, Meowie. We're going outside for a walk. From the balcony. And we have the door there. He walks up. It's just in case, that's all. There's no way some stupid gun guy would bother to come greet me. Right? Miss Makima's playing a prank. Right, Aki? And he opens the door. Oh. And is it Aki's body that he took over? With the gun through his head and the gun replacing his arm. She's serious. Oh, so this is for real. Gotcha. Well, do we fight? Denji, he lifts his arm. Why do you know my name? Sorry about that, something happened. I had to get up a second. I'm back. Why do you know my name? Because again, this shouldn't be Aki. This should be the Gun Devil in his body. But now we see young Aki. It's so cold. Why'd I go outside? Denji. He picks up a snowball. Oh, it's a snowball fight. And as he throws, the Gun Devil fires and destroys the apartment, blowing Denji in half. So again, everything they've known getting destroyed here. My apartment! It's Power. Denji? Power, hide. It was a gun fiend after all. I'll take care of him. A gun fiend? But that's not possible. Huh? Because it was Aki sent in the entranceway. Don't lie to me right now. He jumps out and starts firing again. But Denji transforms. And man, what a panel of the three of them. And again, this is like the worst outcome for Aki. Not only not getting his revenge, but actually being taken over by the Gun Devil. Unless he is able to get his revenge by... So I mentioned before the potential of killing the Gun Devil. The Gun Devil was in devil form before, but now it's taken over Aki and become a fiend. So if it can die within Aki's body, that might be a way to actually kill the Gun Devil. Essentially trapping it in Aki's body and killing it. And then we end with Gun Aki Pochta. We only have 2 more chapters though. I really don't want to get cliffhung on a horrible, horrible place. So let's go to 78. And 78 is titled Snowball Fight. We see Power and Denji there. Power, you're here too? Okay, you're on Denji's team. And he makes another snowball. Heat this and throws it. And I wonder if this mentality of what Aki's going through here is just like the mangaka being stylistic with it, or if maybe this is the confused after death mental stuff that Aki's going through, which could maybe in a way explain why so many of the fiends are the way they are, why Power is the way she is deluding herself. It could be the distorted mental way that a fiend sees the world. And it fires again, but they avoid it. Denji. What? And then Aki turns back to where there's just random people. Want to play with us? And he aims at them. Don't do it! Stop! Don't, Aki! And he fires, leaving just a path of destruction there. And Denji runs in. Ouch! And he just sees it as a snowball being thrown back. Rats, you got me! And there's just widespread destruction all over the area. People being torn apart. Aki! And Denji's able to protect somebody, but gets thrown back into a building from it. And he takes them down anyway. Denji sees the destruction left behind. All the people being killed. Idiot! He kicks him. And all the people start to look. Aki Hayakawa, can you hear me? Snap out of it. This is the last thing you'd ever want to do, isn't it? Wake up, jerkface. Because again, this is exactly what happened to him. And we have them fighting back and forth. Huh, I've never had this much fun before. Mom and Dad are always fussing over Taiyo. They never pay attention to me. But now, my life has finally gotten kind of fun. And he hits Denji in the chest. And we see Denji down. And that's where this one ends? Come on. Please don't cliffhang me somewhere terrible, because we only have one more. We're at 79, end of the volume, and we have a frontispiece cover with Child, Power, Denji, and Aki at an aquarium. Chapter 79, Play Catch. Giving up? And Denji gets back up. That's more like it. And we have their fight. My hands are getting cold. Turn back into Aki. He fires from the gun in his head. And then, again, Denji's lost his legs. But, again, because we see him smiling as the gun fiend. So, this might just be Aki. He's just deluded and living in his own world. And all the people surround Denji and pull out knives. Oh, save us, please. I don't want to die. We saw you on TV. I have kids, you gotta save them. They start giving him blood. Help. And then we have Aki walking towards him. Wow, great shots. Okay, take this. And he notices Denji throwing back while crying. How come you're crying? I've never seen you cry before. Okay, I lose. I don't like snowball fights anyway. They just make your hands cold. Huh? Denji? And he's alone. Big brother! I've got the ball and gloves. And he came back. Oh yeah, I wanted to play catch. And it ends with Denji piercing him through the chest. And the chainsaw melting away. And the future devil watching. He said, your death is gonna fucking rule. And also, he may have gotten his revenge. This may have been a way, in some way, to at least kill a part of the gun devil. By trapping it in Aki's body and killing it. Aki Hayakawa, you died in the worst way possible. For the chainsaw boy. And that's why it's dying in the worst way possible. Because it's not the worst way possible for him. It's the worst way possible for Denji. And we have him playing catch with his brother. To be continued. And that was the end, right? Yep, we're starting volume 10 next. Okay, that was really, really good. So we have had, like, main character death. Okay, so just processing it. There's a part of it that almost feels a little anticlimactic just because it happened so quickly, but it also doesn't. It also feels like everything's kind of led to this in a way. And we'll have to see next read through if the Gun Devil's still alive, or if 20% of it, or however much, maybe America didn't send all they had, maybe this isn't all of what it can do, but if whatever America had, did Aki get his revenge? Did it die within his body? And at least a fifth of the Gun Devil could potentially be dead. And, or maybe, if the heart of the Gun Devil is taken out, maybe all of it, even the stuff that the other countries have, maybe it crumbles away. Maybe it all dies until it resurrects in hell, however or whenever that's possible. But that is where we end. Okay, there's a lot to think about. It was very, very good. And part 1 still isn't over. There's 2 entire volumes left. And again, so much happened this volume. So you got to think, America. That's like, where does America go with this? Because now Makima's presumably still alive. She died for her 29th time, but she was still able to call Denji afterwards, so she's fine. It's also interesting, we barely saw any of her powers. So she's using Spider, Angel, they're dead now, I guess. Kurose and Tendo had the Punishment Devil. So what the power she had that she used was, I would assume the Halo part is probably from the Angel Devil, of course. But she used all those powers in conjunction to presumably kill the Gun Devil, which, again, or at least chase it into Aki's body. And it makes you wonder, too, how much of this was plotted by Makima ahead of time? How much did she plan for Aki to be there so that the Gun Devil could go into his body? And also put Aki and Denji together to have them build a relationship in order to have Denji kill Aki. How much of this was intentional and how much of it was a surprise is so questionable. How much did she manipulate versus how much of this is just something that happened by chance? I feel like very little of it, because it's just so perfect. It goes into Aki. Aki goes to where Denji is instead of continuing to like run away or to fight where Makima is. He goes straight to Denji. Denji's the one to take him out. How much of it is planned ahead of time? And what happens for the next 2 volumes with Makima, with the relationship between countries, now that, again, the US has presumably lost their Gun Devil, and a year of every person's lifespan? Man, it just makes you wonder what happens. But either way, that's where we end. That's it for this volume, and I guess we now go on to the next volume next week. Again, I might not read it all in one video, but I might. It depends on how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this one, my first thoughts and reaction. It just feels like I'm not, like, it wasn't that crazy emotional for me, but it was crazy thought-provoking. I feel like there's so much that this series leaves me to think about. But that's where I end for this week. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video. Comment down there to tell me what you thought of this entire volume, my thoughts and reaction to it. Subscribe for more Chainsaw Man, much more on the channel. If you'd like to talk more on Discord, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link, or if you'd like to follow on Twitter, we can talk there as well. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can drop a super thanks down below, or if you'd like to not only help support the channel and help me to keep making videos, but also to get shoutouts at the end of every video, get One Piece videos a bit early, then you can hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Again, there will be much, much more Chainsaw Man on the channel, so subscribe for that. It'd be really nice to hit a nice higher subscriber number. Subscribe if you want to. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you to people who are already patrons and channel members. Like I said, they get a shout out at the end of every video. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FR Nono and Abyss Knight, Cheriton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pateo Diablo. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.